Actually, DC's The Flash won't be released in theaters until November, but there are already a few rumors circulating that pack a punch. There's a risk of spoilers here as the leak contained far-reaching information about The Flash and the future of the DCEU, if they prove to be true, of course. We cannot yet be too certain, but at least the well-known leaker MyTimeToShineHello published some information about The Flash. The source is actually quite trustworthy. After all, the leaker also had a good nose for Spider-Man No Way Home. They explained on Twitter that they had seen a clip of The Flash and that big changes in the DCU were imminent. In the course of the storyline, The Flash is expected to join a newly formed Justice League, which in addition to him will consist of Supergirl and Shazam, and will also be joined by Wonder Woman and Batgirl. Shazam director Andy F. Sandberg did not really confirm the new rumor, but at least affirms that anything could happen. According to the leaker's report, Ben Affleck as Batman and Henry Cavill as Superman will no longer be part of the cast. The two would have their presumably last appearance in The Flash. Overall, they want to completely obliterate Zack Snyder's work, and actors of Man of Steel, Justice League, and Batman vs. Superman had never existed. Quite a tough cut the DCEU is in for if the rumors are true. In any case, we will keep our eyes and ears open for more details on the upcoming The Flash. The movie is expected to be released on November 4th, 2022. Keanu Reeves is starring in Matrix Resurrections, which is currently in theaters. Especially die-hard fans of the now 4-part film series were pretty disappointed by the story, and it is not doing much better at the box office. The reasons may be debatable, yet for Keanu Reeves, it will definitely continue with the production of John Wick 4, while another project with Reeves in the leading role could soon be on the horizon as well. The talk is of the series The Devil in the White City, which is to be an adaptation of the book of the same name by Eric Larson. Originally, Leonardo DiCaprio was set to play the lead role. However, as Deadline magazine now reports, Keanu Reeves is believed to be in negotiations with the people in charge. At the heart of the originally true story are the two men Daniel H. Burnham and Henry H. Holmes. Whereas Burnham is an excellent architect with great vision, the charming Dr. Holmes is in reality a cold-blooded serial killer, sometimes referred to as the first of his kind in the United States. Most fans hope that Reeves will embody exactly this serial killer and that another candidate will be found to cast Burnham. He would then also follow in the direct footsteps of Leonardo DiCaprio, who bought the rights to the book series back in 2010 and wanted to play Holmes himself in a movie adaptation. In the meantime, many things have changed, especially the complex story from the time of the Chicago World's Fair in 1893 is no longer to be told in a condensed form in a film, but more extensively in a series. In fact, Scorsese, who was originally supposed to direct, is now working behind the scenes as a producer, just like his colleague DiCaprio. However, with Little Children director Todd Field, a new man has already been found to direct. When and with which other actors the series will be shot and whether Reeves will even sign the contract remains to be seen. Actually, Marvel's Morbius was to be released at the end of January, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. As those responsible announced a few days ago, the film is now to be released on April 1st, 2022, more than 2 months after the originally planned date. The idea for the blockbuster, which is peppered with many horror elements, originally comes from Marvel, but in cinematic terms, it is part of Sony's Spider-Man universe. The focus is on Dr. Michael Morbius, who suffers from a serious blood disease and wants to help not only himself, but also other victims. As a result, the scientist conducts a self-experiment in which he injects himself with radioactive bat blood. At first, it seems that the experiment has succeeded and Morbius is cured. However, it soon turns out that the self-experiment has caused a dark abyss in Morbius so that he now needs human blood to survive. In the eponymous film by director Daniel Espinosa, the inner conflict between the actually good-natured scientist, who is still part of him, and the bloodthirsty vampire will be explored. Of course, the movie is especially interesting for fans who have already seen the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, as the homecoming villain Adrian Toomes already appeared in the Morbius trailer. Particularly after No Way Home and its brilliant finale, many fans must be eagerly awaiting Morbius. In fact, there are two reasons that Sony cites for the postponement of the blockbuster. On the one hand, the competition to No Way Home, which is still the biggest box office hit in over 2 years, and on the other hand, the pandemic, which obviously does not make it easy for many viewers around the world to visit the local movie theater. We can only hope that the April 1st release date will indeed be met. After several appearances as Captain America in the MCU and as Hugh in the crime film Knives Out, US actor Chris Evans could soon be ready to make his next move. According to Deadline magazine, the 40-year-old Evans is currently in talks for a leading role in as yet untitled biopic. The role in question is that of Gene Kelly, who was one of the great US stars in the post-war era. In addition to activities as a producer, actor, and singer, Kelly was best known for his dancing skills. His most famous appearance was probably in the movie musical Singing in the Rain, which was released in 1952 and is still quite well known today. In the biopic, the emphasis is supposed to be on that very year, as the movie tells the story of a 12-year-old boy working on film sets in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, making friends turns out to be a bit difficult, and so the boy imagines a friendship with Gene Kelly, who's currently working on his next film. In all likelihood, this film is going to be Singing in the Rain, of course. The idea for the movie is said to have come from Chris Evans himself, and so Evans is not only playing the lead, but also acting as a behind-the-scenes producer. The studio has not been found yet, though the script has already been written by Alien Covenant author John Logan. We are definitely looking forward to further news. At the moment, Evans is still involved in the shooting of the latest Netflix blockbuster, The Gray Man, so it might take quite a while until the production of the biopic about Gene Kelly will go on. Since 2019, the superhero series The Umbrella Academy has been captivating fans with its black humor and quirky characters. After the release of Season 2 in July 2020, there are now increasing demands for a third season. The follow-up has been in production since November 2020 and is now coming into focus with new character posters. The action is to be set in the Hotel Oblivion, which was introduced in Volume 3 of the comics. It has been known for a while who exactly the members of Sparrow Academy are, but now they can finally be seen in pictures for the first time. Ben is once again embodied by Justin H. Min, but due to the new timeline, he is slightly altered. Joining him are his colleagues Justin Cornwell as Marcus, Brittany Alford as Faye, Jake Epstein as Alfonso, Genesis Rodriguez as Sloan, and Cassie David as James. Sparrow number 7, the Psychronium Cube named Christopher. Its strength lies in its telekinetic abilities, and it also acts as a sort of oracle for the family. As illustrated at the end of the second season, the members of the Umbrella Academy meet up with the Sparrow Academy in the present day, which in turn is a superhero squad put together by Sir Reginald Hargreaves. When exactly Season 3 of The Umbrella Academy will be released on Netflix is currently unknown. The anticipation for Christopher Nolan's upcoming film Oppenheimer is already evident almost a year and a half before release. One of the most important reasons for this is the cast, which is bursting with well-known stars. So far, a number of names have already been confirmed, including Cillian Murphy as controversial scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer, Emily Blunt as his wife Catherine, Robert Downey Jr. as Lewis Strauss, and Matt Damon as Lieutenant General Leslie Groves, who was the military leader of the Manhattan Project. Then, later in December, Rami Malek joined the cast as an as-yet unknown scientist along with Ben Safdie as the Hungarian scientist Edward Teller. Florence Pugh plays the U.S. psychiatrist Jean Tadlock, who is not only a devoted member of the Communist Party but also had a long-lasting love affair with Oppenheimer. Just a few days ago, another new member joined the cast, namely U.S. actor Josh Hartnett, who had his breakthrough in Halloween H20 in 1998 but has not really starred in any major Hollywood production since the 2010s. Content-wise, as already mentioned, Nolan's Oppenheimer centers around the Manhattan Project, which was the code name for the development of the atomic bomb first used in 1945 during World War II. Various scientists were involved in this, most notably, of course, the project's scientific director Robert Oppenheimer. We are definitely excited about the current Nolan production and look forward to the movie, which is expected to be released on July 21st, 2023. That's it for this week's news. Be sure not to miss our latest original on Avatar 2 and get ready for the new movie year by checking out our compilation on the new upcoming movies of 2022. Happy New Year!